Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another NGS Week 3 matchup. We are in Division E tonight, and we've got a fantastic matchup between the Wood League Express and the Deep Fried Ming Balls. That was a mouthful of a name to get in there. My name is Isaacs. I am here casting tonight between these two Division E teams, looking at their standings real quick, looking over. Let me see if I can pull up what's going on in Division E so we can look. We're in week 3, so both of these teams should have played 2 weeks, although we are in Division E West where there are less number of teams in Division E West, and so they're actually doing a double round robin, so there will be buys for some of these teams. So one of these teams may have had a bye. Looking at it right now, Deep Fried Ming Balls are sitting in the number 4 position. They have played 2 matches and they have split them 1 apiece. Meanwhile, Wood League Express, they're sitting in the number 2 seed. They also have played 2 matches and they have split 1 apiece as well. So there's actually not a whole lot of difference. These teams, looking at their stats, are pretty much neck and neck in the standings. There's a 4-way tie for second place right now. So they're pretty much just organized by whatever NGS decided to throw up for the order that time. So we've got 2 1-1 teams in the division going at it to play for that number 2 spot or potentially the number 1 seed now that no, they are 1 point behind Mosley and the Arconauts. So these guys will be battling it out for second place. Their first match of the 3rd week here. Got some people already calling out their team, support for the team. Jumped over from Jazz, which, oh my gosh, fantastic match going on. I believe that's another Division E West matchup going over on Jazz's channel as well. Looks like over there she's got a matchup between Flint Tropics and I don't know who they're also playing, but fantastic series as well. You got a lot of Division E West action going on tonight. But let's get you guys in so you can see what's going on in this match tonight. So we got the standings, or sorry, the maps. Hold on 1 second. I gotta make sure these guys set up the draft correctly. All right, sorry about that. We're getting lobby set up, and I'm making sure that we get it set up correctly so we don't have any hiccups going through the lobby. So apologies for the slight delay there. I'm just making sure these teams are going. But the coin toss was done. The side of Deep Fried Ming Balls won the coin toss, and they elected to get first pick. And that means Wood League Express started our banning of the maps and also got to pick the maps. So Wood League Express, they banned out Dragonshire and Towers of Doom. The side of Deep Fried Ming Balls banned out Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow. I'm really sad. I really love Battlefield of Eternity. So sad day for me. I don't get to cast that one today. But I am excited because Wood League Express took us to Alteric Pass, which is kind of a fun one to start off the series on. Alteric Pass, it's that big map. There's only one really serious merc camp that you have to continually get on a timer. The objective is sometimes fought over, sometimes just completely ignored. The core regenerates health. The objective pushes all 3 lanes. You have to get all 3 lanes cleared in order to have a really good chance of being able to burn that boss significantly. So we are in here making sure we are all set up. Looks like everything's good to go. Let me just make sure that they know that the caster is ready to go, and then I'll be able to switch it over to the draft. But since it's week 3, we just had a big patch dropped. I don't think the patch was dropped today, or was it? I can't remember. The patch notes came out today. I don't know if the patch actually dropped today or not. If it did drop, you know, they're putting out all these potential you cannot picks. Actually, no. It did drop today because over in Storm League we were getting some Falstad play, and Falstad got a major change to his entire kit as well. So getting in over on the draft now, we are getting this underway. But the sad thing is they put me on as observer, so you might see a little bit of the chat going on in the lobby. Don't worry about it. You can just read what these two teams are joking about. They're usually, if they set me as an observer instead of referee, the chat goes bye-bye. Did not in this situation, but it's going to be pretty exciting. So we may see some of these new champions come out. I know Lily just got a magnificent buff. So, I mean, these teams probably haven't had much time to play with the Lily buff. But Lily just got super high change to what was going on with her entire kit. Like her entire kit was just like, whoa. Falstad got a change to a lot of his level 1 talent, so I was like, maybe we'll see that. But unfortunately, there are also other champions that did get banned out tonight. Tyrael is not allowed to be picked due to a bug that he has. I believe that's on his trait. Something with his death timer. I didn't get to read it entirely. I haven't had a chance to test it myself, which is sad because I really enjoy Tyrael. But so we may not see a lot of that play come out, but we'll see what's going on. But we get a Murky ban right off the bat. I love it. And then Orphea ban coming out and Gasol ban. So Orphea ban, maybe a target ban. Murky ban definitely has to be a target ban. For sure. The Gazlo, more of one of those meta bans. We may see another meta ban like Chromie getting banned out here. She did receive just a little bit of a nerf today, so she's continually getting toned down bit by bit, but she's still, in my mind, a very strong character. We do see wow, we got some just spicy bans coming out tonight. This is going to be so fun. So we see Cho'Gall just getting... You're not playing Cho'Gall on this map at all. Phoenix did get a bit of a buff, so I'm curious if we're going to see like a Phoenix come out tonight. Like I said, Falstad got a massive buff, or just a massive rework kind of in general, and this is a fantastic Falstad map, so fingers crossed maybe we'll get to see a Falstad come out here. But Cassia is the first one being picked up on the side of DeepFriedMingBall's. Cassia, one of those champions that I don't believe got tuned down. I'm trying to pull up the patch notes as I continue to stall for time here, but I believe Cassia was untouched. Strong DPS, melee DPS, can be followed up with like a Johanna, does really good pairing, being able to do a lot of damage over time. Mephisto, I know I did see he got buffed a little bit in the patch, so we're seeing a Mephisto and Garrosh coming out with the Cassia. Meanwhile, going over to the side of Wood League Express, we see the Brightwing and the Chromie. Brightwing being able to provide a lot of that burst healing with her passive, and then also being able to provide that global presence is going to be awesome. She does actually do very well to the Garrosh, being that Garrosh, the minute that he lands, if he decides to initiate with his Q and then follow up with the E, Brightwing can use the Polymorph to make sure that Garrosh cannot throw the target that he just slowed. And if Brightwing sees the Garrosh like kind of charging in, she can also use the Polymorph. So it's a good counter pick to a Garrosh. If they really get scared, she can go Emerald Wind instead of the Blink Heal. But Chromie, they're going to be able to poke people off of the objective, also throw down the Sands of Time. Mal'Ganis being picked up by... I mean, I'm seeing champions that just got buffed, picked up all over the place. I'm loving it. I have not seen Mal'Ganis in so long. Mal'Ganis being picked up here, very strong frontliner. D.Va getting paired with the Mal'Ganis, going to be in that off lane going up against TBD at this moment. But I'm super excited to see him Mal'Ganis. He's typically not a bad pick into Garrosh because Garrosh has such a hard time dealing with the crowd control that Mal'Ganis is able to provide. And also, if you throw the Mal'Ganis, he can usually just get himself to safety, no problem at all. So Mal'Ganis, a good pickup there. We do see Anduin and Malthael rounding out the composition coming in from DeepFriedMingBalls. Anduin going to be able to lock people down with the... Light Bomb on top of like the Mephisto. So Mephisto will be able to shade himself in, Light Bomb onto the shade. Mephisto will be able to land a very good stun onto the backline with that Light Bomb. And Malthael there just for the anti-tank synergy, also being able to put down the last rites on the Mal'Ganis or the D.Va, pending. This is DPS Zagara. Holy moly, this is going to be such a fun game. I'm so excited. Zagara being the final pick that is coming out of Wood League Express here, and my goodness, I did not expect that. I mean, Zagara does well on maps where she is able to get enough time to be able to split push well. If the 4-man from Wood League Express, being that they have the Chromie, Mal'Ganis, and the D.Va, is able to get that pick or be able to just delay long enough, the Zagara will get so much value on this map. Not as much as like a Murky potentially, but she can get from one side of the map to the other very quickly using that Nidus Worm. So we are going to see how the side of Wood League Express decide to play this game. I definitely give Teamfight advantage over to DeepFriedMingBalls. They've got just a massive, I want to get in your face and beat you down kind of composition with the Garrosh and the Malthael. Cassie and Mephisto just want to jump themselves in. Anduin's like Light Bomb in the world. So we'll see how these teams decide to play. It's really going to come down to how Wood League Express is able to work that composition with the Zagara and how long they can delay and give Zagara time to get that value. But let's get these teams introduced. On the side of Wood League Express, coming in on the Mal'Ganis is Band-Aid. just spelt differently. Novabot sitting on that Diva there. Sarah Last sitting on the Brightwing. Ice Queen sitting on the Chromie. And down in the bot lane, we got High Admiral sitting on the Zagara. On the side of DeepFriedMingBalls in the red, we got Elixir sitting on the Anduin. Syl sitting on the Cassia. Huli sitting on the Garrosh. Silver on the Mephisto. And we got Arrows. Or nope, sorry. Kerkero sitting on the Malthael. These teams are going to go to this mid lane. The side of Wood League Express probably not looking for a fight due to the fact that Zagara is already committed to the bot lane there. Chromie going for that Q build right off the bat. She's committing to being able to provide a lot of that single target burst rather than doing more of the AoE sustained damage there, which is good. The minute she can get that quest done, she'll be able to provide a lot of that single target burst onto a lot of these squishy targets that want to jump in there. So we're going to see that Chromie start to stack herself up. Meanwhile, Cassia going for the quest talent as well, and stacks to 65,000, so infinite stacking coming out of the Cassia there, looking to get that going. And Mephisto electing to go with the Unyielding Power, so he wants to scale as well. He's going to have a little bit of less damage with his W in the early game, not going to be able to put as much damage out with the Lightning Rings, but will be able to scale himself up into that late game. So both teams looking like they're trying to go for a little bit of a later game comp, which Alternate Pass usually gets us to that late game. We do see just a little bit of scrapping going on back and forth between these two teams. Not a whole lot yet, but we need to see what the Zagara can do, and this creep is just starting to get put down. And Cassia, she'll be able to clear some of it, but you know, she's not going to be able to clear as much as she wants. Mephisto would be a little bit better, but Mephisto is assigned to camp duty here. We see both teams already getting picked up their camps, and these camps are important to get on as best a timer. If they can get it before that 1 minute 30-second mark, they will have it available for them when that objective comes online. Both teams picking it up pretty much at the exact same time. So these minions will meet in the middle. We'll get a little bit of a fight going on here. Mephisto rotating down Zagara, able to see it with the Zerg creep being spread and able to get herself to safety. No problem at all. She's got such incredible movement on that Zerg, but Mephisto coming down, helping the Cassia clear out a lot of that Zerg, kind of putting the Zagara in a little bit of a bad spot. And in the mid lane, we pretty much are just going to see this Garrosh and Mal'Ganis just going toe-to-toe, beating each other up. You know, Chromie's going to be able to put down a lot of hurt, but Anduin should have no problem being able to put that Burstyon down. So this Mephisto is going to be able to get a lot of value rotating between this mid and bot lane, trying to keep Zagara under control while also trying to keep this Chromie's from pushing out the lane. But we do see the Polymorph going down the Garrosh. This Brightwing's got her eye out on that Garrosh. Pretty much like anytime you get close, no way, you're getting turned into a little sheep and you're not going to do anything. Up in this top lane, I mean, we got this Mal'Ganis Diva, sorry, not Mal'Ganis, Malthael Diva. There's a lot of M's. There's Mephisto, Mal'Ganis, and Malthael, so pardon me if I do accidentally trip those up. But we should see the Diva start to struggle a little bit in the early game. She will start to get herself going later on in this game as the game continues to progress. She will be able to rotate down a lot faster, but we do see the Garrosh starting the channel. He does get interrupted. Mal'Ganis had to commit with the Qs to be able to bully him off. Mephisto going in, burning the Shade, but we do see nice interrupts coming out from the Chromie. She's at about 10 stacks now, so she's still waiting. Diva already committing to the bomb. The bomb's going off. Garrosh throwing it over onto the Malthael in the backline, who's trying to stop the Chromie. So Malthael is sitting fairly low. Nice three-man sleep coming out of the Mal'Ganis there, putting everybody on the side of DeepFriedMingBalls into a slumber. Zagara doing what she wants to do. She's going to go into this opposite lane. She's going to want to push and get the value going. And the entire side of Wood League Express, they just got a delay, and they are doing an excellent job at it so far. Poor Malthael is like, dude, I was trying to do something back here to this Chromie, and you threw Diva's mech right on top of my head. But you know, Garrosh is just trying to save all of his team. Didn't realize that he threw it right on top of the Malthael. So we'll see what these teams, it looks like the side of DeepFriedMingBalls are going to elect to continue to push in this mid lane, which is going to give the side of Wood League Express here, sorry, the advantage. They did get it channeled off there, so they rotated down successfully. Chromie did get thrown in. Nice throw by the Garrosh there, and that is first blood going over to the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. Nice pickup there from the Garrosh, realizing the Chromie overextended just a touch and was able to throw her into the backline, land the combo, and that was one dead Chromie. Meanwhile, Zagara, she's still committing, able to get this Malthael to go back, have to, you know, heal himself back up. But this objective will get channeled. Nobody elected to go pick up this camp on the side of Wood League Express while they were not able to contest. And so that camp's not going to be able to be picked up here to provide a little bit of pressure relief in the mid lane. So we got first objective coming online for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. Zagara gonna just continue to bully this Malthael up in the top lane. And, you know, the later this game gets, Zagara is going to be able to start providing a lot of lane pressure here. They do need to be careful. They don't want to fall too far behind due to the fact that we do have a scaling Mephisto and a scaling Cassia. D.Va getting awfully low. Brightwing trying to teleport herself in, gets in and tops the D.Va back up to about 50%, but nice stun coming out of the Garrosh onto the Brightwing to make sure that she is not able to get herself back into a safe position nearly as quickly, putting some more pressure onto this wall here. So they should have no problem getting all this. If they can get the Health Fountain, that's a big win for them, especially since the next camp will be up in that top lane. Any pressure relief they can get in this mid lane for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls is going to help them prevent the stall from Wood League Express. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Cassio is able to pick up one of the turrets. Zagara, like we mentioned, is going to have no problem at all. But like I said earlier, if they could get this health camp, this is big because this is where the next objective is going to be. And Chromie's going to sit right in that pocket. You know, at least get that wall. That wall would be big just to allow a little more cushion for Garrosh to kind of bully the Chromie off while they try to channel the objectives. Since they're the ones that are going to be the aggressors on a lot of these objectives due to the Zagara, they want to be able to put as much pressure in the mid lane as they possibly can before this next objective comes online. And what better way to do that than picking up this camp yet again for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. Garrosh rotating up to start to create some of that mid lane pressure. Cassie just going to go scout down the boss. There's nothing there. Meanwhile, on the side of Wood League Express, we do see them pick up their camp in response. And that's pretty much going to just even this out. We have 10s coming online while we have break. Let's see what's going on. We see the Endurance of Hate coming out on the Mephisto, Ball Lightning for the Cassio. We got Light Bomb coming out of the Anduin, Last Rites coming out on the Malthael, and the Warlord's Challenge for the Lockdown coming on the Garrosh, and he is going to get this pick onto the Zagara. No problem at all. Nice rotation coming out from DeepFriedMingBalls. Meanwhile, on Wood League Express, we do see the Nidus Network coming out on the Zagara. Micro Missiles for the D.Va. We see the Karen Swarm coming out of the Mal'Ganis, giving himself a little bit of more survivability if he does get thrown. Blink Heal coming out of the Brightwing, and we see the Slowing Sands coming out from the Chromie. But here we go, this objective coming online in good spot for Wood League Express to delay as long as they possibly can. The side of DeepFriedMingBalls weren't able to get as much pressure. Again, if they could just get this wall will relieve a lot of pressure so they don't have to run around the wall. They can just stop Chromie dead in her tracks there. So we'll see if they go and pick that up. Meanwhile, Zagara going to commit to this bot lane where she should be, going to start getting that creep spread down. In the top lane, we got D.Va and Chromie trying to get a little bit of a split push pressure, but Chromie needs to get herself down into this mid lane to be able to get some of that poke. Rotating a little aggressively there. Thankfully, nobody from the side of DeepFriedMingBalls was there to be able to stop anything. Brightwing teleporting herself in. Does a nice polymorph onto the Garrosh to interrupt. The Endurance of Hate does miss from the Mephisto there. Oh, sorry. Yep, and so D.Va does go in. She drops the bomb. We have a bomb going into the backline. She separates the entire team in half. Malthael does go down. The light bomb's on top of the Garrosh. Does not go down. Karen Swarm being popped. Mal'Ganis, sorry, is able to get himself back up to full health here. Chromie's sitting very low, kind of like hugging onto this Mephisto there, able to finish him off as well. And that is a nice 3-for-1 pickup for the side of Wood League Express. You know, that D.Va bomb was excellently placed to be able to separate the team. You know, 2 members step forward, 3 members step back. Chromie put her sands down right on top of the bomb, and that pretty much split the entire team of DeepFriedMingBall, so they're able to get a lot of those kills. Zagara had a nice rotation up due to the Nidus Network to get herself in there, and now they have control over this objective, and they can continue to channel this while Zagara gets a lot of pressure. She does have the Nidus Network to get herself back. The team needs to make sure they posture well enough to give her time to get in there, not let this thing fall, but she's got another one in a more defensive position just in case it does go down. And we have, you know, about 20 seconds channeled there, so pretty success. D.Va does get popped in, but she does have her bomb. The Endurance of Hate does land on the Mal'Ganis into the Brightwing, and Brightwing is sitting very low. Last Rites goes down. That is one dead Brightwing in the backline, and everybody's got to get themselves out. Chromie should be able to delay this no problem as long as D.Va can stay inside of her mech. This is a pretty good trade, but Garrosh able to pick up the channel, and now the channel has started for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. They're going to start getting this underway. Brightwing will be able to teleport herself in, so as long as everybody can get healthy. Zagara's sitting fairly low. Mephisto's coming over trying to get a little bit more damage onto this Zagara. She doesn't look like she has the fountain available to her right now, but they are prepping to be able to contest. Mal'Ganis is rotating in. They see the Endo in the back line. D.Va is already there with the Mal'Ganis, but everybody's got to kind of get back. Chromie actually getting chucked all the way over the wall from the Garrosh. Garrosh stunning out the Zagara there, and now everybody's got to back up. Polymorph going down on the Garrosh, but he gets pulled away by the Anduin there. Mephisto, or Mal'Ganis, excuse me, is getting himself deep, but Mephisto is in the back line trying to make sure that nobody is able to channel that off. Cassie gets slept right out in front. Chromie only hit one of the Qs, gets the second one, and that will be the Cassia going down. So a nice one for O. They did lose the objective, but getting that kill onto the damage, that is pretty significant for the side of Wood League Express. They have a lot of pressure relief now. They can clear out 2 lanes. They probably will lose this top lane. D.Va and Chromie are rotating up to see if they can stop it. But, you know, considering how chaotic the fight ended up being, to be able to come away with a kill, especially since Garrosh was pretty much zoning off the Zagara and the Chromie. Ooh, the Turns of Hate does land onto the D.Va. Unfortunately, it's not able, it does spread onto the Chromie there. So Chromie did get rooted. Garrosh electing not to go in and counter it. Nice Indomitable pop by the Garrosh to make sure he doesn't get knocked up by the Mal'Ganis there. And this was be a pretty solid defense yet again. Ooh, we did see in the bot lane, Mal'Ganis was able to somehow find a way to get the kill. He did use the last rights. He did get a stack, so he's now sitting on 3 stacks of last rights. Pretty significant pickup for the Mal'Ganis in the bot lane there. You know, I guess Zagara just got a little too ambitious with their positioning. Light Bomb being popped onto the Garrosh, stuns onto the Mal'Ganis there, but Garrosh has to get himself away. D.Va electing to go in, knock people back, try and get some disengage for the Mal'Ganis there. But like we said, this Mal'Ganis is going to be a very, very beefy front line for everybody to get by. He's not going to be able to do much, but he will be able to survive. He gets thrown into the back, is able to get himself out with the sleep, no problem. Ooh, nice land of the Dirts of Hate. Will he be able to get the Karen Swarm off? He pops it, and he does get it, be able to channel all the way off. Brightwing is in a really rough spot and ends up getting herself out with 50 health. No way. I didn't think. Oh, nice throw from the Garrosh there, committing through the slowing sands, able to pick up the kill on the D.Va, will not die to this tower, and that's going to pick up another tower for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. I thought Brightwing was dead to rights there, but she was able to get away just barely with 50 health, and so, you know, only 1 kill going over, but 16s online for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. They're looking like they're positioning to pick up this top boss here. Meanwhile, the side of Wood League Express, they don't really have much of a counterplay to do here. They just need to start picking up even more so, maybe going for a camp steal, maybe doing a bot boss in response, but it looks like they're positioning to come up and possibly contest this. The Garrosh is sitting super low, but it is a 3v5 situation right now. They have no way to get D.Va here quickly. The boss is being channeled. It is picked up. Everybody's got to get themselves out. Garrosh needs to be dismounted so he doesn't land a throw. Garrosh missing the Q. It does throw Mal'Ganis back into the backline. He's not able to get the sleep off yet. Does land the taunt onto the Mal'Ganis. The last rights goes down, and that is 1 dead Mal'Ganis. That is the one way you do kill a Mal'Ganis. Play around his Carrion Swarm so he's not able to get himself out of a sticky situation there. Use the last rights from the Mephisto. Zagara trying to create some pressure in the mid lane, but the Mal'Ganis is having none of it, trying to respond as quickly as he can. And this boss is continuing to get some pretty significant value in this top lane. We do see that this next objective is starting to come online in about 10 seconds here. Zagara, you know, she's trying to get some value in the lanes, but they're doing a, ooh, there we go. The Light Bomb with the Mephisto Shade going in, but unfortunately it does not connect onto anybody. Good attempt from the play there. That's a combo I thought they were originally going to run with. Seems like they've been putting it on the Garrosh for the most part. This time they elect to be the aggressors. Does not connect. We'll see if they're able to land it again. Next time Light Bomb is up, but Mal'Ganis is going to go and start picking up the camp. Meanwhile, the side of Wood League Express, they're going to pick up their own camp, try and get this going underway. D.Va is going to start pushing out that top lane. We do have even talent tiers, so Wood League Express, if they're looking for a fight, this is the fight that they want to pick. They just have to be patient and find that perfect engage. You know, Garrosh is going to be that annoying front lane, but there are plenty of places to get a flank. They got to make sure they keep Chromie alive because Chromie is their main source of damage right now. And Garrosh getting locked up there. That's actually a really good position to catch the Garrosh out. He pops the Indomitable, but Garrosh committed, already down to court out. But look at this Durance of Hate by the the Mephisto there, able to land it onto 3 members. The taunt does go down to the Brightwing. Brightwing is dead. Malthael landed the last rates onto the Chromie. That's 2 kills over for DeepFriedMingBall as they're continuing to push. We do see the Malthael continuing to push all the way in. Garrosh getting very low, but Garrosh likes being really low due to the fact that he gets a lot of armor. Zagara trying to get some damage to go down, but Mephisto's having none of it, and that is another pickup for the side of DeepFriedMingBall. So that's 3-0. The objective was stopped, but they should have no problem channeling this back up again, and that's another 3 kills to nothing. I told you those M names were just I was gonna mix those things up left and right. Mal'Ganis, Mephisto, and Malthael all in the same game. They that 5 times fast, and you know, good luck. But we do see them go down and start to pick up this boss in the bot lane. The Mephisto is going to be able to provide a lot of that damage with the Cassia. Meanwhile, Malthael is going to continue to pick up this camp and should secure the objective. So a boss plus objective. This is going to be a very fantastic push coming out of DeepFriedMingballs. They aren't quite at their level 20s yet. So if the side of Wood League Express can get themselves together, get as 5 and try and find a pick before the 20s come online, kind of push past one of these objectives and see if they can get a successful fight. That would be ideal, but these 20s are coming online quick. Actually, they just came out, so 20s are online. Now they got to commit to just a hard defense, save one of the keeps. If they can save 2 keeps, fantastic. There's no way you're saving all 3. This bot lane is where they're going to commit to first with the boss pushing in the bot lane. It's going to be a rather hard defense. We'll see if they're able to just delay with the Chromie and the Zagara as best they can. But the 20's coming online. We got the increased Durance of Hate with the Unspeakable Horrors coming out. Ball of Lightning is going to be bouncing forever as long as nobody passes it. The Glyph of Faith is being popped out into nice damage coming out from the Mephisto there, doing the Endurance Fate. He's going to have another one up. But look at the absolute damage Cassie was able to put out there. Chromie getting thrown into the back line. Everybody slept by the Mal'Ganis, but unfortunately, they all woke back up. Malthael getting thrown all the way out. Ooh, another Durance of Hate. I think that's the 3rd one he's landed in this fight. Last rights go down, and that is a 4th kill for 1. The Cassia did end up losing her life there, but that means this boss is fairly healthy. 4 members are alive. Poor Diva can't do much here, and this should be game 1 going over in favor of DeepFriedMingballs. GG's by both team. Well played. Well, I don't want to call it too early, but with all these death timers there, Diva Bomb getting thrown back into the spawn area, being like, get that stuff out of here. I don't want to deal with that. And there, that is game 1, finally being picked up by the side of DeepFriedMingballs. GG's by both teams coming out in this game. Well, I mean, like I said, I was super excited with the spicy comp that Wood League Express decided to come out with in that game 1 with the Zagara in the split pushing lane and the Mal'Ganis, who I don't get to split. Oh, Jasline's raiding with a party of 50. Welcome, everybody coming in. Thanks for the raid, everybody. Go over to Jasline's channel. Give her a nice follow. She does a lot of great things for NGS and the Girl Gang Squad community as well. So be sure to give a follow over there. Thanks for the support. For those just joining, welcome. This is the first map of Division E West matchup between Wood League Express and DeepFriedMingballs has concluded. DeepFriedMingballs went with just this heavy engage, Garrosh frontline, you know, just want to jump in and smack him in the mouth kind of composition against a very heavy delay comp and split push with the Zagara kind of composition coming out from the side of Wood League Express. You know, I haven't had a ton of opportunity to cast Zagara and Mal'Ganis, but with the buff Mal'Ganis got today, you know, they elected to go with the Mal'Ganis pick there, and Zagara was getting some pretty good value to start off, but it wasn't enough with losing the objectives over and over and over again. She wasn't able to create enough of that macro pressure that somebody always had to respond to. And, you know, fighting around the objectives, it favored the side of DeepFriedMingballs with their composition. They had the better team fight. And so looking at the damage, I mean, look at the amount of damage that Mephisto was able to put out. 88,000. We knew as the game got later, he would be able to do damage. I think he landed, like I said, like 4 Durance of Hates in that last team fight there with the cooldown reduction at level 20. So he was just having a ball being able to put people under while they were rooted. Cassie was able to get that chain ball of lightning coming out. And yeah, I mean, they didn't have the best time landing the light bomb shade coming out of the Mephisto there, but they realistically they didn't need to. So this very aggressive composition coming out of Deep Fried Ming Balls was well played by them, and absolutely put Woodley Express on their heels. They did a very good job delaying that very first objective, and I thought, okay, they're playing this composition exactly how they want to. But really, that second objective, they had a little bit of a tough time, and after that, it seemed to just the game kind of got a little bit away from them. Started getting a little bit staggered here and there, and it's really hard to come back with a prevent the objective comp and let Zagara split push. Like if that composition falls behind, it's tough to get yourself back in the lead because Zagara wants to create that map pressure around the objectives, and so your whole comp's playing around being able to delay. So we'll see how the side of Woodley Express decides to adapt, depending on what map will go in here on game number 2. I do think the Brightwing was honestly a very, very efficient pickup into the Garrosh. Garrosh didn't seem like he was having the best of times trying to get in and get his engages. So major props to the Brightwing player there for preventing that Garrosh from, wanting to get onto the back line. Let's get us over to the map overview. I don't have any messages from these teams yet. I'm waiting to hear back where we're going to go for map number 2 here. But yeah, you can look at the maps. This is pretty much where we're at in the series right now. We still have Braxis Holdout, Garden of Terror, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Volskaya. So, 3 very small maps, and then we got Infernal Shrines, and then Garden of Terror, the 2 bigger maps. So if Woodley Express, wants to try and commit to that macro-y play style again, their options are a little limited. We may see an Infernal Shrines pickup. They are the ones who get to choose if they want the first pick or the map pick here in this game number 2. Meanwhile, Deep Fried Ming Balls, they showed that they have very good coordination around the team fight. Love those aggressive compositions. So, picking like a Tomb of the Spider Queen and just, saying, let's go, let's fight. Picking up like a Diablo on that map and just every chance his Q's up, he's like, let's go. That may favor them as well. So we'll see. Haven't had any message yet from these 2 teams. But let me just take this time to look through chat, see if there's anything that I was missing. A lot of Woodley Express fans in the chat. I'm sure I've got some Deep Fried Ming Balls in there as well. Mal'Ganis has overthrown the Lord of Terror. He is now the prime evil in the meta plane. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm super excited to see where Mal'Ganis goes in the meta now that he got this pretty significant buff. To his play, and Diablo did get that little bit of a nerf to his Q build as well. So I'm excited to see where we're going with that build. But we did get the invite to map number 2. We are going to Volskaya. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. I clicked on the wrong lobby. Don't put me in there. This is the one I wanted. I clicked on. There's 2 Volskaya Foundries that popped up, and I clicked on the wrong one. So I am in the right one now. But we are going to Volskaya. And it looks like it was picked up by the side of Deep Fried Ming Balls. So we did see Woodley Express, it looks like, elected to go for that first pick. So let me get that updated for you guys real quick. So being able to have that first pick seemed like they had a little bit more priority in this one. I did see them play the Volskaya. I've had the opportunity to cast Woodley Express once before, and they were on Volskaya, and I believe they went with this like crazy. It's not super crazy, but they went with Nazebo, and I'm trying to remember what they paired with the Nazebo. But they seem to like want to go for the late game there. They went with the Nazebo, and it actually was very efficient. I believe the only reason they lost is they had some connection issues going on with their team. Maybe that was the other team. I'm no, I believe it was a side of Woodley Express that had the connection issues. I'll have to look at the VOD to remember, but I fully expect deep fried mean balls to come out with another Rock'em Sock'em composition. The side of Wood League Express, maybe they decide to ban out the Garrosh since he does like to fight a lot around these objectives. Maybe they didn't like the Malthael, so they're gonna go there, and it'll be interesting now that they have first pick to see where they put that priority on. Going back to the chat real quick, a lot of comments about the Zagara, getting excited for that. I was just as excited as well for that. And then physics whiz, what are we doing here? I'm gonna have to go read that another time. That looks like a fun time to go through and read that. I have no idea what it's all about, but I love it. So we'll go through and read what's going on there in a little bit. But these teams are getting ready. Let me make sure they know the caster is ready as well. Volskaya Foundry, Chromie could absolutely see we could absolutely see a Chromie appearance again. Okay, I'm getting confirmation. It was definitely Wood League that had the connection issues. That's what I thought it was. Darn Texas. That they were the ones, and they in that game, like they came out with a very commanding Volskaya game as well. Like it was top notch, and then it just seemed like the connection issue that they were having was the reason that they ended up falling behind, because they came out with this late game team composition, and they're actually having a very, very good early game with the late game team comp. So it's like, all right, let's go. Like this Nazebo is going to have a lot of fun. And then it ultimately just kind of backfired on them a little bit. So we'll see if they're able to turn it around, get this going to a game 3. I always love casting to a game 3. I'm hoping Wood League Express is going to find a way, but they got to find some sort of answer to this, just run at you composition that DeepFriedMingBalls was able to throw out last game. So we'll see where they go. We do see right off the bat again, Gall being banned. They want nothing to do with this Cho'Gall. Banning it first and second, and the Murky getting the ban out again. So we see the same bans coming out, like this Murky Cho'Gall. I love this match that we've got where we just see, forget meta picks, forget strength. We're just getting rid of Cho'Gall, Murky. We don't want to see any of these shenanigans going on. Orphea getting banned out. A really good Orphea is devastating. If Mephisto, if the Mephisto player plays Orphea, I'm trying to remember who was the Mephisto. I think it was Syl, or is it Silver Arrow? I can't remember which one, but if that Mephisto gets, I'm guessing that's a target ban on the Mephisto player, because Orphea in the hands of a really good Orphea is just, it's terrifying. They can do so much damage on Orphea. She has so much playmaking ability. So, and we do see the Gazelle. So pretty much same exact bans, just different order. It was Orphea then Gall, now it's Gall then Orphea. And we see the May first pick coming out on the side of Wood League Express. May having just superior crowd control on those objective fights that we see. And we do see the Johanna and Brightwing being instantly locked in. They're stealing the Brightwing away and electing to go with Johanna, who wasn't banned out, I believe, just electing not to get picked up. And Johanna being one of those more favorable, safer tanks, has very strong early and mid game, does fall off a little bit at the end game, but the playmaking ability with Blessed Shield is always there. We do see the Chromie and the White Mane coming out from the side of Wood League Express. Okay, so that makes me, with the White Mane, that makes me think maybe there's still the possibility of the Nazebo. Never mind, it's gone. I was going to say, maybe the possibility of the Nazebo there, but the White Mane, looking like they're going to try and get their own aggressive comp. White Mane loves to be in there, loves their team to go forward, wants their team to go into the enemy and fight, and looking for those damage-dealing champions like the Vala, the Tychus, Hanzo, Zul'jin, Greymane, like those kind of just brawlery, get in there and smack him kind of champions. So she can be able to scale up her healing based off their damage. And then we did see the Chromie getting picked up yet again. So Chromie making it, again, all the way to the second round of pickups here. And the side of DeepFriedMingBalls going for the Maiev and the Malthael. So I think it was Silver Arrow played the Mephisto, now going with the Maiev. And just as much as an Orphea is terrifying in the hands of a good player, Maiev is another one where it just makes any assassin's life just 10 times worse if a Maiev is played really well. I absolutely despise playing against Maevs when I play assassin characters. Maev is going to come out here, not known for a lot of damage, but a lot of playmaking potential for the Maev. Tychus and Sonya being picked up. Tychus and Sonya being picked up. Malthael coming into the game, and we do see a last pick Deathwing. Deathwing into a Tychus. So they did have the Tychus there. It's going to have a little bit of a longer time to counter the Deathwing than like a Greymane who could just be like, pop, there goes 40% of your health. But they did pick up the Malthael to prevent the Malthael counter onto the Deathwing themselves. So they had to side of Wood League Express having to pick up the Sonya. But Sonya should have a pretty good time fighting up against that Malthael in this bottom lane. So interesting comps. Now it looks like both teams are ready to fight. Both, the side of Wood League Express, they're like, okay, we tried something, didn't work. Now we're gonna, you like to fight, we want to fight too. Sonya I do remember, I believe they played, was it them? No, they didn't play the Sonya in the last time on Volskaya, but they got a Sonya played into him with a leap, and it was terrifying. So give shout outs. Let's get some cheering going on in the chat. Support your teams. If you're a fan of Wood League Express, show them some love. If you want DeepFriedMingBalls to take this 2-0, give them some love as well. Let's get these teams introduced on the blue side. For Wood League Express, we've got Novabot sitting on that Tychus, Saralas sitting on the Whitemane, Band-Aid sitting on the Mei, High Admiral sitting on the Sonya. We got Ice Queen coming in on the Chromie. On the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, we got Kirkero on the Malthael, Mrs. So-and-so sitting on the Deathwing, Syl sitting on the Johanna, Silvero sitting on the Maev, and we got the Hen sitting on the Brightwing. Oh yeah, they did tell me we got a couple new players in here. Mrs. So-and-so, I don't believe was in the last game, and the Hen, no, Hen was in the last game, I believe, but we do have a disconnect right away with the Johanna. We'll see if the teams elect to pause it out. Nope, she came right back in. Now the pause does come out. We'll see if they elect to continue on with that pause real quick. I'm going to throw it over to the map screen. Nope. Okay, never mind. We're coming right back. They just threw it back on without the letting us know that we're going back into the game. So we are back and looking at some of these things. Chromie committing again to the Q build. Wanted to get some of that single target burst. Took her a little bit of time to get that underway last game. She should have a little bit better time, much smaller map, a little bit more scrapping. She can put out those Qs and get them stacked up a little bit easier on this map. We do see the Tychus going for the dash, going for one of that early defensive ability against the Maev, electing to get rid of some of the extra range on the W, extra kill potential to be able to keep himself a little bit safer against this Maev. So we'll see how that elects to play. Sonya's still holding on to her level 1 talent. Hasn't quite decided where she wants to go with level 1 yet. Sitting on the infamous Q talent. Elects to go with that Furious Blow. So gonna go into that bullying build. But she's sitting in this top lane looking like she may want to consider doing the double soak. Meanwhile, we do see camps being picked up by both sides. Mrs. So-and-so having fun on the Deathwing, just burning down this turret camp. Meanwhile, the side of Wood League Express able to pick up their camp, and getting these camps on timers is important. Picking them as quickly as you can. They should be able to, since they got it before a minute 30, have 2 turrets in their advantage for this first camp. Both teams should have 2 turrets for this first objective phase. Meanwhile, very early pickup coming out of the Malthael onto the siege camp there. So electing to get the experience and not try and get the timer. This camp does take 3 minutes to fully respawn. So they're going for that experience, going for the map pressure early rather than trying to get the timer on the camp when this first objective comes online. So Wood League Express, as long as they clear it out, they will be able to put some of that pressure in the top lane and make the side of DeepFriedMingBalls respond to it. But we do see this Maev coming in, getting a nice gank onto the Tychus. Tychus getting tethered in, Polymorph going down from the Brightwing, and that is secured. First blood going over to the side of DeepFriedMingBalls in this game number 2. Excellent rotation down by the Maev player, recognizing that Tychus was just a little overextended there, getting a little bit ambitious, and was able to secure a rather easy pickup. And that is going to pretty much secure this health camp, support camp for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, which will give them item advantage for this first objective. This siege camp was picked up a little bit early as well, so they're not going to get the full value of the split pushing that they wanted with it. Wanted to get it about 10 seconds later. Usually around that 2:45 mark is where you want to finally cap out that camp. So they'll have no problem clearing it out for the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, and then have to get themselves back over to this objective here. May go ahead, starting to channel it, getting as many percent as she can before she has to kind of give this one up and wait for the team to, looks like, get on even talent tiers. Sevens will be picked up rather quickly by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. Tychus has to be very careful with his rotation here in this bot lane. Watch out, Tychus, you are walking a little too far forward. The polymorph comes down, Tether landing on the Tychus, being pulled back into his team. Oh, but the E gets him away. Electing to go with that increased dash range, and he does get himself away there. I mean, maybe Deathwing just thought it was a secured kill, electing not to put down a lot of the damage and time it with the tether there. And so Tychus able to get himself out. That's huge. You know, that allows the team to have their full 5-man strength here and be able to contest this once their 7s come online. They just got here, so now they're coming down. Deathwing is all alone. The rest of the side, Malthael is in the top lane, Maev's in the bottom lane, so this will go over to the side of Wood League Express. They should be able to pick this up, no problem at all. The side of DeepFriedMingBalls, they're coming in, they're looking to contest. Maev going in, picking up the tether, landing it onto 3 members there. Unstoppable being popped, but it's not enough. White Ming will go down. Maev able to get herself out due to having the support camp there. Sonya trying to spin her way to a successful escape, but Mei getting polymorphed will go down. Chromie landing a nice 4-man time stop there, but unfortunately Sonya was caught at the very end of that and goes down in addition to the rest of the members getting away for the side of DeepFriedMingBall. So nice 3 kills for 0 coming out of DeepFriedMingballs. They will be able to pick up this first objective. There shouldn't be any more contention over it. Meanwhile, Maev gonna go over, try and pick up this camp with the rest of their team, get a turret advantage, maybe elect to go ahead and start. Nope, nobody went over to try and pick up that turret camp, get it on timer. So this protector will be pushing in the mid lane first, should be able to get these 2 towers and the wall in the beginning, and then should rotate up into that top lane. We do see a lot of damage going down onto that first turret there. Wall being broken down as well. Holy cow. This is just melting in the protectors. Staying relatively healthy actually, but electing to go down into the bot lane instead of going for the top lane. Usually we see a lot of pressure, but since the wall is mostly destroyed, they probably are like, you know what, we're going to have no problem getting over to that health fountain, so we just want to break this wall in the bot lane to set up for that third objective there. So Protector getting some pretty good value, knocking down all 3 walls. They haven't picked up any of the health fountains yet, but that can be an objective picked up at a later date, TBD. Johanna just chilling in the Protector right now, you know, kind of okay, there she goes. Hops herself out. Maev, she's looking for blood. She knows level 10s are in her favor. We have the 10s online. She's going to land the tether on the Tychus. Not quite able to land it. Malthael is there for the follow-up, but we do see 10s online. We got Warden Cage coming out from the Maev. We got Last Rites again coming out from the Malthael. Blink Heal coming in from the Brightwing. We got the Bellowing Roar coming out of the Deathwing, and we got the Blessed Shield coming out from the Johanna. Meanwhile, Chromie, since she has that early level experience advantage or talent advantage, she does have her heroic technically online with the Slowing Sands, being able to pick that up at level 8. So Chromie able to get those Slowing Sands onto the objective, not able to delay it long enough. The rest of the team's waiting for 10s to come online. Should be picked up here any second, and 10s are now online for the side of Wood League Express. White Mane going for that Scarlet Aegis. Tychus going for that Commandeer Odin, making sure that he can provide a lot of that siege damage. Ooh, leap coming out of Sonya, but unfortunately she doesn't leap very far there. Just kind of hanging out in the Warden's Cage. The Avalanche goes down from the Mei, and Sonya able to get herself pretty much away. So we did see that the Mei final ultimate being picked up was indeed the Avalanche, and now we have full 10s online for both teams, but Sonya and Mei sitting on that reduced cool, or sitting on that lower cooldown, having to wait for their cooldowns to come back up. Meanwhile, Maev is being able to continue to pick up the Warden's Cage. Here we go, continuing. The support camp should be picked up no problem by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. They're just dominating the macro play right now, which is exactly what they did in the game 1. They got those camps on a little bit of a better timer. They're continuing to get those camps on this second map, able to get this aggressive turret camp there. Not quite able to get the siege camp due to the fact that all the forts are still picked up, but they're looking to continue to get as much as they can and continue to grab their own camps. Right now we're sitting on, what, 2 turrets and a support camp item, so this will be 4-item advantage. Maiev getting very aggressive with the kill. Mei going in, landing a nice stun out. The Blessed Shield comes in to try and prevent the Maiev from getting killed there. Maiev able to get herself away, does pull the tether. The Sonya gets pulled all the way in, the stun coming out from the Deathwing, and he is going to barbecue the rest of that Sonya. Meanwhile, in this bot lane, Malthael able to pick up a solo kill onto the Tychus player there, getting another stack of the last rites, or getting, it looks like his first stack of the last rites to go off there. So, you know, good solo kill pressure from the Malthael, able to pick it up onto the Tychus player there. And nice play in 2 different lanes coming out from the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. So again, they're going a little bit slower this game, but they're still able to get the objectives that they want and be able to put the pressure on the map. Deathwing now going to go and see if he can finish off this objective in the top lane. Looking like he's having no problem at all with it. Objective is gone, and that is going to be the health fountain being picked up, and that puts the side of Woodley Express in a little bit of a disadvantaged situation since they can't go and heal at this objective. They either have to rotate all the way down to mid or go all the way back to the keep to get that healing. But Malthael isn't here. They don't have 13s online yet, so they kind of want to get a little bit of soak there. Turret objective is online, so as long as they can rotate down, they may try to get this. The leap does not connect there. The Tychus popping the minigun. Brightwing does teleport herself away in. Mei committing to the fight. Maiev coming in now. A lot of engage being picked out from the side of Woodley Express. Maiev only landing the tether onto the Mei, so Mei should get herself away, and everybody kind of just going back. Meanwhile, Deathwing's like, yo, I'm going to continue to channel this objective, have a good time with it, and they got to come up and deal with it. But 13s now are online. All ultimates except the leap are available for both teams. So we'll see if a fight does develop from the side of Woodley Express, if they look like they want to try and pick a fight over the speed objective. If they do, they have to do it soon. Looks like they're content giving this up, gonna back themselves up, probably end up losing this top fort, but they should be able to poke it down with the Chromie from a fairly safe range as long as they're able to provide that barrier from the Maiev player and not let her get too far in there. Deathwing took a lot of damage. Look at that damage that Tychus was able to put out onto the Deathwing. Just an immense amount of damage coming out. Unfortunately, Tychus is not committing to burning down this protector yet. The leap going down on the Sonya onto the Deathwing there. Deathwing doing the bellowing roar. Oh, no, sorry. He was doing the flame strike just completely in the opposite direction there. And electing to walk himself out, holding on to that, that bellowing roar at level that he picked up at level 10. And so we're just going to continue to see in the bot lane, Brightwing teleporting down, gives some support to the Malthael, make sure that he can continue to provide a lot of pressure. This protector will go down, this fort will not be picked up, and the rest of the team is just going to be content being on that 16 talent tier, looking to go pick up this turret camp. Mei is in a pretty aggressive position right there, does not get caught out, does like to decide to go in, uses the slide aggressively there. Warden's Cage popped, and 2 members are caught. Blessed Shield goes down. Whitemane and the Tychus were both caught in it. Tychus able to get himself away. Malthael getting thrown away from the avalanche. Sonya getting herself fairly low, down to about half health there, but continuing to scrap with this Johanna. Johanna is going to go down there. This objective was picked up, but at what cost? Leap landing onto 3 members there. Huge leap coming in from the Sonya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maiev does trade her life for the Sonya player, but Deathwing's got to run now, and everybody looks like Chromie may not be able to get herself away. That is just, you can't go backwards into that, and Deathwing made sure you couldn't go forward either. So Chromie was in a really rough spot, but nice pickup. Good engage from the side of Woodley Express to be able to pick up the remainder of those objectives, and yeah, overall, fairly successful fight. A nice way to get themselves some comeback experience. Waste a lot of items. Look, all 3 turrets were burnt there. So as long as they can get on 16 talent tiers, they may have found a little bit of a, you know, gotten their foot in the door into possibly coming back. They haven't lost a lot of map pressure yet. They just need to make sure that they're on even talent tiers. So good fight coming out of Woodley Express. Let's see if they can continue building off of that momentum forward and starting to, you know, get their you know, foot on the gas here in this game number 2. But we do see the aggressiveness. Sonya and Chromie are not here. They do decide to back out. Remember, Tychus did pick up that increased range, so he's able to run himself away a little bit faster, trying to stay away from the Maiev as best he can. Meanwhile, Sonya continuing to commit to this split push. Now that they're on even talent tiers, I would like to see the Sonya rotate down, try and get a good fight for their team. Maybe she's trying to create some pressure in that top lane to make that Malthael respond and then go commit to a fight. But we do see this turret being picked up by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls, and the rest of the team just committing to trying to defend this bot lane. Yeah, I mean, right now, if I was the side of Woodley Express, they got the fight. They know they can go toe for toe in some of these scraps that they go in for. So they need to find some way to create pressure, watch the Malthael, see if they can get them to bite in another lane, and then try and force one of those 5v fights again, or just try and go pick off the Malthael. One or the other, they got to commit to, but they have to rotate as 5. And this 3-man rotation into the mid lane, unless they get the rest of the members to go with them, Deathwing able to just burn down that entire fort there. And we do see the 5-man here. Malthael is here. Maev going in, getting a very aggressive Warden Cage, able to pull the white main and the Mei in. Sonya, Blessed Shield popped onto the Sonya there. Malthael is in. Leap using defensively there, but Malthael is sitting fairly low. The Avalanche Dance Land, Malthael is in a really, really rough spot there. Brightwing teleporting himself in. Unstoppable did get popped. Maev trying to go all the way in. Oh, nice polymorph to interrupt the Sonya spin. That will be a dead Sonya. She's not able to heal due to the polymorph. Well timed by the Brightwing there to make sure that she interrupts the Sonya from healing and getting herself away. And that was a good pickup from the side of DeepFriedMingBalls there. I thought potentially with the leap that they may have been able to secure the kill onto the Malthael, but the Sonya electing to use the leap defensively rather than aggressively, not able to pick up that camp. But Malthael now has to be very careful. He is being respectful and backing himself away, waiting for the rest of his team to kind of show up. They are pinging to go pick this up. Remember, Deathwing is in the air right now, so Deathwing can come down from the skies and just rain havoc. Electing to go to the bot lane instead while this channel objective is being channeled. So the rest of the team trying to pick this up. Sonya is up in 1 second. If there's a time to fight, you gotta, again, we're in that spot where you gotta pick it before these 20s come online. Malthael's off in the top lane trying to pick it up. The rest of the team, they're in this bot lane. If they can go start this fight right now, they would actually be in a really good spot. They should be able to delay long enough till Sonya gets her 20 picked up. I still think, now Malthael's rotating down. Now it's kind of dicey. Now you don't want to go in and commit to this fight, because if you lose this fight, they can start sieging out this bot lane, and then they'll push with the Protector to win. So now that the percentage is all the way up, they're electing to just back off. They'll wait for their own 20s to come online here. Protector will be picked up by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. Let's see how good of a defense we can get out of Wood League Express. They will probably lose this bot keep. See how much of the Protector health they can get rid of to be able to defend the keep. Sands of Dime being put down by the Chromium. Malthael committing to the Mei, trying to get some damage using the teleport to get onto her, but Protector's only at about 50% health right now. Pretty good burn, considering it was just the fort. As long as everybody gets themselves away. Mav trying to get that tether, is able to land it onto the Mei, but that is it. And meanwhile, we have the, I believe it's the Malthael. Yeah, the Malthael is in a very aggressive spot, does go down. Sorry, it was hard to see because he was shrunk all the way down. He is able to return with the passive. Sonya is not here. Sonya is trying to pick up the experience, but she should get here right now. If Sonya can rotate down, they have a very good fight in this position. Mei trying to get everything in. Sonya's still not rotating back. Mei electing to just try and buy as much time as they can, going into the Brightwing. Sonya now coming down with the aggressive rotation. Malthael will be able to follow her here. I don't know. Let's see what the leap can do here. Leap goes down. It does not connect. Maev going in for the counter engage back onto the White Wing. White Wing gets herself killed there. The Brightwing, or sorry, the Chromie elects to go down as well. And now everybody on Wood League Express has to run in fear of losing a keep. Oh man, I thought if that Sonya had rotated. Sorry, this fight is not over. Mei getting tethered back into the team. Will she have the channel to get herself away? Deathwing trying to rain terror from above and does pick up the kill. So that's another staggered death. And this should be a bot keep picked up, no problem at all. Sonya trying to just get any type of experience, but man, like the second Malthael died here, I thought Sonya was like, I'm coming, we got this. Like 5v4, you can get everybody picked up. It would have been interesting to see, hindsight's 2020, to see what would happen if Sonya had come in and potentially turn this game up on its heels, but instead, this keep will go down. I do not believe they will be able to finish for core, so it is just one keep. The 20s are online for the side of Wood League Express. The side of DeepFriedMingBall should be able to pick up a lot of these camps on their return to their side of the map, and so they will have item advantage for this next objective fight. But let's see if Wood League Express can find a way. They've done it before. They can do it again to get themselves a good fight and get themselves in control of this game. Being down one keep's not the end of the world. They just have to respond to the pressure, but they can't give up this last objective. This last objective will put too much pressure on the map that they won't be able to, unfortunately, deal with the massive amount of pressure. So right now we're looking for, they seem to the most success they've have is waiting for that Maev to just be a little too ambitious with some of her engages, and then countering that engage. Waiting for the Warden's Cage to go down, waiting for it to expire. Whitemane putting down that Aegis in the middle of the Warden's Cage there, and then the team counter engaging off of that with the Odin and the Sonya leap, and the Chromie going with the piercing Qs now should be able to, if they can find a fight in one of these choke points, Chromie's gonna be like, yes, this is where I want to fight, in one of these small corridors where my Qs get even more value. But she has to set up her shades a little early before these fights start transpiring, so she can get that max value off those Q. We do see the Maev looking like she wants to be aggressive here. Chromie's got her 2 shades set up. You got to be careful on the rotations. Tychus getting a little aggressive. The Maev not electing to pull the trigger. She now goes in. She does land the tether on Sonya. Sonya using the leap to get herself away. Nice use of the unstoppable to make sure she doesn't get picked off there. She does have to wait until that cooldown comes back online, but it should be available for this objective fight. As long as they can just delay, pick up some of these objectives, wait for that leap to come back online. She should have it back online by the time this objective is ready to be fought over, and we'll see what this 5v5 fight over the objective will do. Maev being very aggressive with the positioning again, trying to bait out, see if she can get anybody to bite to this minion camp in the middle. Doesn't look like anybody is, but we do see the Mei coming over. She does see the Whitemane. She lands the Warden Cage. Unstoppable being popped. Chrome popping the stasis there. So there's the bait out. Now can they be able to turn this around? But nice blessed shield come down. The Whitemane definitely being able to burn, but Mei is able to keep herself alive. Passive there. Tychus is now here. The support camp being dropped down. The Sonya getting pulled back by the Maev, but this is a kill going down onto the Malthael. 1-for-1 so far. The Tychus being able to do a lot of damage on Shahan in the back, has to get away from the Maev. Deathwing sitting fairly low there. Malthael unfortunately is able to return, or fortunately if you decide to deep fried Ming balls. So that is going to create this 5v4 pressure. It's going to give this Protector advantage over, but this should be a pretty good defense that the side of Woodley Express can put, as long as they can continue to burn this boss in before, or the Protector, before it gets to the bot lane. So see how they like to do this. They need to be a little bit aggressive, see how many people get in. If they commit 2 members to the Protector, the side of Woodley Express have to fight this Protector when it gets into the bot lane. They did commit 2, so we got to get out here, get down to this objective, get down to this wall, and start burning the Protector. The further the Protector can walk in untouched, the more success he's going to have on burning down the score. Sonya's up in 10, but they got to start burning down. Tychus is here, able to provide some damage, getting knocked him away himself. They still haven't been hitting it. Chromie, you got to start hitting it. There we go. We're now starting to see the damage on the Protector, but the Protector is going to provide so much damage. Leap going in on the Sonya, but the Protector is not getting focused. The first kill will go down onto the Malthael. Not quite yet. The Aegis being popped by the Whitemane. Deathwing does go down, but the Protector just didn't get focused, and that's why the Protector GG's going to come out in the game. This was, again, well-played game by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls there to secure this game to victory for themselves. But yeah, I mean, Woodley Express, they looked like they were coming back. They looked like they had maybe just a few miscommunications that ended up happening. A couple rotations, that they made those rotations, man, I thought they were back in this for sure. They seem to be able to go toe for toe in a lot of these team fights, waiting for that Maev to get the engagement. But I mean, well played by the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. I mean, the Brightwing had some just absolute fantastic polymorphs that I think really saved a couple of those team fights there. So major props to the support player on the side of DeepFriedMingBalls. The Maev was looking for a lot of those engages, found a lot of them in the early game for sure, but seemed to be getting baited in a little bit too much by Woodley Express in the later half of that game. And Whitemane was doing an excellent job making sure the Unstoppables were popped on the right targets to make sure they could get themselves out of that Warden's Cage. So well played. That was a super exciting series. I was hoping it would go to a game 3 with how exciting it was. We only get 2. Let me see if I can get our victors in here for a possible interview. That would be, I think it's the Hen. Let me double check. Give me 1 second, everyone. Making sure that I can potentially get an interview here with our victories. Victors. Let me see. I'll go to lobby 4. and we'll just wait to get. I'm thinking it's gonna be Captain Hen. We'll see how many we get. Oh, we got one. Captain Hen, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your 2-0 domination victory over Woodleague Express.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, it was a really good game by both teams, I thought.
Absolutely, I had a lot of fun. Those bands coming out. I mean, let's talk about those for a half a second. There, we got Murky. Let's see, it was Murky. It was Cho'Gall. It was Orphea, which I'm assuming was a target ban to Silver.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, and then what was the last one? Cho'Gall, Murky. I
Throwing
can't.
Gaz in there as well. So,
Oh yeah, there
you know,
was a Gaz in there.
and Gaz was actually a target ban as well. I mean, someone we often ban, but we know High Admiral's got a very good Gaz up his sleeve, and we didn't want to see that coming out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, a good Gazlo is can be a very terrifying thing to deal with, especially since both these games went to those 20s, and getting that massive
Oh,
grab bomb is just a terrifying thing to deal with. But game one, you guys were able to pick the map. No, sorry, they picked the map.
they did. Yep,
They picked the map. We went to Alteric Pass. You guys feeling confident? You elected to go in with this just I want to fight, I want to jump in and do as much damage as we can kind of composition. Was that the plan from the get go, or was it when you saw the Chromie come out, you saw the I guess Zagara was last pace, so you didn't see the Zagara before you had your whole comp, but was that
yeah.
always a strat?
Zag was the last pick. We know. I mean, we've been looking at all of Woodleague Express's game. We know they've got really good lane push, so we were going for a strong team fight, and got a lot of faith in Hooli and his garage plays to set up those team fights, and also with the lockdown we get from uh, Mephisto as well. So yeah, we were definitely going for the team fight game.
Yeah, and I mean, it seemed like calling it from the beginning, like they had the macro game, you guys had that. We just want to force fights as much as we can. It was going to come down to who could be the one to force the other one to play to their style, kind of deal. And it seemed like you guys just had a little bit more success being able to do that.
And that's the trade-off on Alterac Pass, I think, as well. I mean, it's whether you want to lane throughout the game. I know I was watching your stream actually, and the comments around just making sure you're getting the camps regularly and having that lane presence. And definitely Zag was doing that, but I think we just had the ability to control objective every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the talking about the Mephisto play, looking at the damage, I mean, 88,000 damage. I mean, I think the next highest person in the game was like in the 30s. So just able to put out a
Yeah.
massive amount of value on that Mephisto. Um,
And Mephisto got buffed today as well, so
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
fun with that too.
So not only did he come in with the buffs, but the other team had to do their research to see, okay, what exactly did get buffed on the Mephisto. So if they weren't prepared for it, well, there you go. Now we've seen what it can do in action in that game one. But so game one, pretty, it seemed pretty back and forth at first, and then it kind of once you guys got your groove down and started getting them on their back heels, it seemed pretty in command going forward. But then game two. They got to choose between first pick or map pick. They took first pick, and so you guys decided to send it to Volskaya. What was coming out in the thought process for game two, going to Volskaya, and overall strategy? I know you guys swapped in a couple players as well between that first series. So talk about a little bit what was going on into that adjustment going in game two.
Oh, look, we've had good fortune so far this season on Volskaya. It's a map we're all pretty confident around. We know our rotations really well on that. Kirk, our offlaner, has really stepped up recently on his offlane game. So he was our Malthael in
Hmm.
both games today. And it's a really easy map I find to form and rotate on. So again, it was going in with a strong team fight with Maev and Deathwing as that combo.
Hmm.
We were a little bit worried coming up against the May, and I was a little bit worried as Brightwing coming up against the Sonya as well. But I think, yeah, I think we had pretty good map control throughout.
Yeah, I definitely for a majority of the game, it felt you guys were having the map control and getting the objectives, but then there was that one fight over their
Yep.
objective where it seemed to fall apart. What happened in that situation? What was going on with the team?
Yeah, look, we made the call to go in deep. Um, I think Maev and Deathwing, just the gap between them during that fight was a little bit too strong. Um, and we did get backlined from memory by the Sonya as well. So like great play for them. I actually thought with Maev and Deathwing and the combo we were running, we'd have the advantage in those type spaces. We also had three turrets
Hmm.
and the
Massive
health.
item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. So I was. I think I'll be honest. I think we got a little bit cocky there. Probably bit off more than we could chew. And Power to Wood League, they took advantage of it, and I think they got away with 3 kills there.
Yeah. So after that, Woodley all of a sudden momentum starts to shift. I wouldn't say shifted yet, but suddenly Woodley's like, okay, maybe we can actually start fighting. What was the response to the team? Was it just like, that was just a bad fight. Just let's go back to doing our own thing, or is it like, oh crap, they can actually fight us. We got to look, be a little more careful.
I think we definitely got lucky. I think the next really hard team engage we had, they were starting to win that as well. It was on the bottom lane. We were in full retreat, and Mouth had died quite early, but because he bounces back so fast, and I think that fast Malthael respawn came in favor for us 2 or 3 times in that game. Uh, halfway through a retreat, we could turn that around um,
Hmm.
and force a fight, which was really handy. So yeah, yeah. Look, I think all the team fights were a little bit tense, to be honest. I know we were yelling back and forth at each other, which and getting very passionate about it. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, we just edged them out in those team fights in the late game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fun part about being in Div E West is this is just the preview for the next showdown. This is phase one. You got to go against these guys again in game two. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one coming out in a couple weeks here. It looks like we'll be
Yeah,
going at
yeah.
it again.
Oh, look, so are we as well. I mean, I try and always touch base with the other captains before the game. Everyone, it is Div E, but everyone's got a really good attitude in this league, and yeah, it's been great to get to know the other captains and have a bit of banter, before game and after game. Look, we'll be watching their matches, and I'm sure they'll be watching ours as well. And yeah, looking forward to the next game with them.
Absolutely. All right. Give me real quick since NGS likes to see you guys pick it. Who do you think was the MVP for the series for deep fried Ming balls?
Who's been our MVP
For
today
for
or
today. Sorry, for this series.
today? Oh,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
it
You guys
is a
had
tough one.
seven
I
players.
guess, yeah, because we're 7 players, because we sub in and out. Oh god, one MVP. Oh, do you know Elixir today with his Anduin, him just pulling people out of danger on that first map on Alterac Pass. I think he made some really good plays. I think everybody played really well on both teams. To be honest, I could probably say something about every single player. But if I had to give one shout out, I think Elixir, our Anduin player on the first map, did a really solid job today with a character he doesn't use all that often. So I thought, yeah, power to him, really good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. I always love giving the support the nod. Like their life is so stressful. Everybody else is like, let's go kill stuff, and sports like, no, stop dying. But yeah, awesome. Last thing. I'm gonna open it up. There's a lot of chatter going on in Twitch chat tonight from both sides. So floor is yours. Open up to the community. There's a lot of people watching. Any shout outs you'd like to give? Yeah, I'll leave it open to you.
Oh god, shout outs. um, Oh, look, no, look, I'll keep it pretty simple. I think just to all the players who played today, and a big thanks to yourself as well, Ice. I think you did a great job um, running the stream tonight. Really entertaining, great calls, really good to watch. So
Absolutely.
yeah, guys, I hope everyone is watching enjoyed the match today, and hope you keep watching. And it is Div E, but give us some love because I think there are some really talented players out there in this league.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. I was casting Divi like clockwork last season. I loved casting Divi, and I'm super. I think this is my third Divi match this season. It's always a treat. I love casting. Divvy. It's super fun. But well, this has been Captain Hen. Again, congratulations on your 2-0 dominant victory. Looking forward to good things coming out of deep fried Ming balls in the future. But thanks again and congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. See you
Yeah,
next time.
take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Captain Hen, captain of Deep Fried Ming Balls, and like you said, very fun match. I was both captains were hyping this match up in the pregame lobby, and it delivered. It was a lot of fun watching these two teams go at it tonight. Um, looking forward, I'm super excited to see these teams go back at it again. I have a feeling that it's not going to be anywhere near what we had tonight. It's going to be a lot more, just a lot more interesting because they'll have a whole another like 3 or 4 weeks of research on each other. They have two maps always already played against each other, so they have a series under their belt. So seeing them go at it for round two is just going to be absolutely exciting. I hope I get to cast that one again. Like that would be awesome. But that is going to be it for me tonight. Let me talk about my schedule coming up real fast. So, tomorrow night, I'm actually off. I will not be casting tomorrow night, taking a day break from the last 2 days of casting. But Thursday night, I will be in here casting at 7 o'clock, and we're going up to Division A on Friday. We're going to have a series. Let me double check to see what's going on. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I always have to pull up my calendar because my days just meld together. I know my days off, I should say. Like I always know which days I have off, but I don't necessarily remember the matches that I have moving forward. Div A on Thursday is going to be between Nature's Cure and Manaval at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. So that will be what's going on Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, there weren't that many games to be picked up. So I think I'm just going to take the weekend off and prep for some serious casting the following week when we get into week 4. Maybe I'll throw down a co-casting in those weeks. We'll see what goes on. But that will be it for me for the rest of the week. If you enjoyed the casting tonight, be sure to drop a follow. I cast at least 3 or 4 times a week, every week, trying to get as much NGS in as I possibly can. So if you want to, and this season I'm going all over the divisions. Last season I pretty much committed to just Division E. This season I've gone from all the way up to Heroic, all the way down to Division E. So I've done the whole gambit. I'm going to continue to just throw different things at each other, our viewers, every night. So if you enjoyed it, drop a follow. I send out a message every time right before I turn the stream on, letting people know that, hey, I'm going at it again with some more NGS action. Appreciate all the support that I get. Thanks for all the raids coming in. Again, Jazz, if you guys can get over there, drop her a follow. She does some awesome casting during the week with NGS, and on the weekend with Girls Gang Squad. She just puts on some great shows for everyone. So make sure you go over there, give her some support as well, and all the other NGS casters. I highly recommend just following them as well. But for tonight, that is it for me. I'm going to double check to see if there are any other casts I can send you all over. Right now, it looks like it was just me and one other individual who's casting their Odd Thought. Let me see if he is still going right now. Maybe they got a game 3 in their series. Nope. He is offline as well. Looks like that
Sarah.
potentially. Sorry, didn't mean to get the sound in there. Let me double check one last thing. Possibly a Division C matchup still going on. Nope, that is it. That's all for action tonight. Don't believe there's anybody else streaming that I could send you over. Maybe can find somebody. Oh, you know what? Bunkai might still be streaming. I know he had a Zul'jin Distillery matchup. Nope, he's offline as well. All right, that's pretty much everybody for tonight. So I'm just gonna shut this stream down. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Thank you again so much for the support. I always enjoy casting this, and I look forward to seeing you guys again here on Thursday night for some more NGS action. If not, hopefully I run into you in the Storm League or in ARAMs and be able to go at it on the Nexus. But for tonight, this has been IceX. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you in the Nexus here in the future. Take care, all.